Welcome back to Talk of the Town, and I'm joined today by a familiar face. You've been on Talk of the Town quite a few times now, Greg.
Right.
Happy to have you back again.
Good to be back.
And you are the owner and a clinical anaplastologist. Did I get that right?
You got it right. Perfect.
I've been practicing this behind the scenes how many times now?
Very
so
good. It's a hard
I'm glad
word.
I got it right. Thank you. And you are with Medical Art Prosthetics, LLC.
Correct.
And I'm just so amazed. So I guess my first question is what is facial prosthesis? And I've been practicing that word too, and I think I got it right.
Yeah. No, you did perfect on that one too.
Good.
Facial prosthetics or a facial prosthesis is a replacement for a structure of the face, namely an eye, nose, or ear. I have some examples. I'm going to kind of go through them real quick just so people can understand exactly what it is. So these are samples. These are actually models.
You know?
Right. So here, I don't know if you can capture that, but this is an example of a nasal prosthesis that would go onto the face to restore the nose.
Magnetic?
This one is, just as a nice, convenient sample.
Sure.
And some do attach magnetically. This is an example of an ear prosthesis that would snap onto a bar.
Wow.
Snap down on there tightly, and then
I don't know how
orbital.
well you can see it too through the camera, but this looks very, very real. I mean, that was my first reaction when you walked in is, I kind of did a double take because it looks so real.
Yeah, people aren't used to seeing these sorts of things. So I bring the picture so that to really illustrate what these things are and what the outcomes are. So this is an example of an individual without a nose, and then the result with this prosthesis on. So pardon me for going so quickly, but I know there's other questions. So this is an example of someone without an ear, and then with the ear prosthesis.
That is unbelievable.
So it's obviously not surgery.
See the difference.
It's simply a replacement, a prosthetic replacement that's removable to replace the part that's missing. So here he is with his, what we call an orbital prosthesis.
That is incredible. How do people learn about your services? Because they are pretty different.
Well, people typically learn about it when they need a prosthesis, unfortunately. So they're referred by their doctor, or they see our website if they do their own research, which is always really helpful. We have a really good website for people to, Facebook sometimes, and then just word of mouth.
And are there other providers who offer these types of services too?
There are. There's other prosthetic providers that do get involved in facial prosthetics from time to time, like dentists, prosthodontists that make dentures, or ocularists, people that specialize in just making the eye itself. Sometimes they'll make a facial prosthesis. Even limb prosthetic and orthotic companies, if the need arises, they might make a facial prosthesis.
Sure. So what kind of sets you guys apart in the Midwest and really Wisconsin from those other providers?
I specialize. This is basically all I do. I was trained and certified as a clinical anaplastologist, but I also was certified as a prosthetist, so I'm dual board certified, but I do specialize only in essentially facial and some finger hand prosthetics.
And it really is like an art. It's almost like, a beautiful piece of artwork and a sculpture that is really going to change someone's life. And I know we were kind of talking about this too off camera, but just if you could share with the viewers too, what is the most rewarding part of kind of what you do and having this business?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought up the art idea because that makes it. I mean, it absolutely makes the success of the prosthesis. There's no technology. You can't do it part-time. It's got to be a full-on dedicated art project, each prosthesis, to get the result that somebody can be proud of and feel really good about themselves. And in my case, I've been doing it so long, what's really fulfilling is to try to get other really talented anaplastologists involved. I have colleagues, associates on the West Coast in California and in New York, and so we're getting other people that are really talented medical artists to be able to bring these kinds of things to people.
That's so incredible, and it's something I know, like you said, people aren't really thinking about this until you need one. But I mean, trying to think about what people who, maybe they don't have a nose or one eye or something, how big of a difference this could make in their entire life of how they see themselves and other people too. So it's got to just be a huge impact.
It does, yeah. It's very.
And so what is the most important advice you could offer someone needing a nose or an eye or an ear prosthesis and, is maybe kind of going through that right now?
I sound like a broken record, but it's all about when you're in that position, rely on your own instincts to be assertive in
Right.
asking different providers to show many photographs, many examples of results, because it is a results-dependent specialty.
Sure.
You know, it's not a matter of just finding somebody that knows how to make one. Got to
Right.
find a specialist. And so I would say to people, you can listen to your referring physician, but you still also have to do your own homework.
Got to
A lot
do
of
your
research.
homework, an
Yep.
important lesson. Greg, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here today.
You're very
We could
welcome.
talk forever. This is just so interesting. This is Medical Arts Prosthetics, LLC, and you can find more information at their website or give them a call. Talk of the Town will be back right after this.